Good Monday morning at Interboro High School. I'm Barry Harris. Laura Boyd will be joining us in just a moment. It was a big weekend in professional sports, the Phillies, the Eagles. But locally, Friday night, if you missed it, take a look at this.
Pass on the near end. Big Meneman has got pass. Touchdown! Don't pass on the last play of overtime. Beats his man. Big Meneman floated it right there, and Interboro wins it. 21-18, and the Bucks win! Can you believe it?
That was Jimmy Mack connecting with Joey Pat for the game-winning touchdown at overtime. More details coming up in sports, but first, over to weather.
Good morning, I'm Sophie with today's weather. Today will be partly cloudy with a high 53. Tonight's low will be 42. The current temperature is 45 degrees. The humidity is at 96% and the barometric pressure is at 29.90 and steady. Now over to birthdays.
Picture Retake Day is on October 29th. Anyone who wants to have their pictures retaken must sign up with Mrs. Johnson in Miss Christensen's office. Mercy Fitzgerald is offering their 2009 Healthcare's Explorers program, which is open to all high school students interested in healthcare. An open house will be held at 7 p.m. on November 5th. Please stop by the Career Center for more details. Now over to sports.
Good morning. This is Jim and Ryan with today's sports.
Phillies won 2 games over the weekend. Saturday's game they won by a score of 5-4. Last night they won by 10-2 and are now leading the series 3-1.
Woo! The Eagles played the Falcons yesterday at the Link. The final score was 27-14. The Eagles won. Brian Westbrook had a career-high 167 rushing yards.
The varsity football team won Friday night in overtime against Louisiana 21-18. Joe Paff caught the game-winning touchdown pass from Jimmy Mack.
The JV football team plays today at 3:30 against Louisiana.
The Flyers played Saturday night, and they got their second win of the season by beating the New Jersey Devils 3-2.
That's it for sports.
Now over to the news desk.
There will be a Spanish club meeting on Tuesday to celebrate the Day of the Dead. Students must have their dues paid to Senora Feller in order to attend. Now that's how I got that off the press wire. I was mistaken. I thought it was a tribute to the Grateful Dead, but it's actually in fact Halloween related, just to let you know about that. Now here at Kaleidoscope we are committed to maintain our impartiality when we make news announcements, and so that for this particular announcement I'm going to turn it over to my man Mr. Soroka.
Hello, I'm Mr. Soroka. Recently, an essay contest was held that was sponsored by the Norwood VFW. Mrs. Orloff, one of our English teachers, always helps facilitate this essay contest every year and enlists the help of my AP Government class. Folks, the results are in, and Kaleidoscope's own Barry Harris and Laura Boyd represented and finished 1-2 in this competition. Also, Allison Krajewski finished 3rd. Special thanks to me for helping make these AP students do this, and special thanks to Mr. Foltz, Mrs. Schwartz, Ms. Schnell, Mr. Cohen, and a whole host of others for helping to judge this competition. Now over to Steph Sharpless and the menu item of the day.
Good morning, this is Steph with the menu. Today we'll have baked rigatoni with meat sauce and a dinner roll, and 1% show milk. Now the vocab word.
This is Amy with the vocab word. Today's word is antiquated, meaning old or out of date. For example, this ruler is antiquated compared to this ruler. Now over to quote of the day.
Good morning, this is Mike with the quote of the day. Today's quote is assume only your real friends will tell you when you've dirt on your face.
You got dirt on your face.
Oh, thanks, Chris. Now over to this day in history.
There's Waldo. This is Robin Chris with This Day in History. On this date, October 26, 1949, U.S. President Harry Truman raised the minimum wage from 40 to 75 cents an hour.
Also, in 1990, Wayne, the Great One Gretzky, became the first NHL player to reach 2,000 points. Now over to trivia.
This is Joe with the Pointless Trivia. Did you know the only medicine the nurse's office can dispense without a prescription to students are Tylenol, Tums, and throat spray? Now over to entertainment.
Hi, this is Harrison with the entertainment. Here's some video game releases for this week. Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway for the computer, The Little Big Planet for the PlayStation 3, Guitar Hero World Tour for the PS3, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, and the Nintendo Wii. And now back to the news desk.
That's it, everyone. Thanks for watching Kaleidoscope. I'm Laura Boyd.
And I'm Barry Harris. We continue our look at the election 2008 with moral issues.
Hi, I'm Paul Lombardi, and I'm going to talk about some of the moral issues involved in this year's presidential election. First is abortion. Obama believes that a woman has the right to choose whether or not she has an abortion under Roe v. Wade, which is a 1973 Supreme Court case in which the decision said that laws against abortion in the U.S. violated the constitutional right to privacy under the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment. McCain believes that there are certain exceptions to an outright ban on abortion, such as rape, incest, or the life of the mother being in danger. The next I'm going to talk about is the death penalty. Obama believes that the death penalty does little to deter crime, but supports capital punishment in which the community is justified in expressing the full measure of its outrage. McCain supports the death penalty for federal crimes. He has voted to prohibit the use of racial statistics in death penalty appeals and to ban abortion for minors. McCain supports the death penalty for federal crimes. He has voted to prohibit the use of racial statistics in the death penalty appeals and to ban the death penalty for minors. He has also supported legislation to allow the death penalty for fatal acts of terrorism abroad. Thank you for your time, and watch more Kaleidoscope to see more of these issues.